Hello everyone and welcome to my coloring corner. I know it is not a normal time for me to be streaming, but I really want to get this page done. I was watching Angela paint with those absolutely gorgeous Tanya paints. I love the colors that she has been using. They're so pretty. And I just really wanted to get this page done before the end of the month so that we can at least have one mermaid done. So that is what I am going to be doing. Hello, Wickabella! Long time no see, darling. Do you miss me? I know I've missed you. Go all off on me and make me go out and get a job and stuff. All right, so I'm going to zoom in and we're going to finish up the stuff at the bottom first, and then we're going to work on the jellyfish up at the top. So we're going to do the last of the snails and seashells down there. So these three here. Hello, Alex. Night shift is killing you? Yeah. Day shift is killing me, so. Yes, you have to. You have to come see me. All right, so we're going to start with Crimson Lake on this one down here. So I'm going to try to work on this page until I get it done or I fall asleep. Which one do you think is going to happen first? Oh no. Yeah. No, it's not officially summer yet. Just because you're off work now does not mean it's officially summer. I don't care what they say. Hello, Marilyn. Well, that would probably happen, so. I've been up since 4 o'clock this morning and I worked a full shift, so, actually I worked overtime about half an hour, so, just saying. Because somebody had a problem that I had to solve. Now we're going to use the carmine red. No. I would not be able to do that. And then we're going to take... Oh, that's awesome. I'm glad you're off this weekend. Now we're going to use a pink, so we're going to use blush pink. For our highlight. And hopefully everybody can actually see what I'm doing. Thought about just doing a straight, come and hang out and chat without me telling you what I'm doing, because, I do find that when I don't tell you all what I'm doing, I move quicker. Yeah, I wish I could have woke up at 8 o'clock. Yeah, and you know he's going to. Now we're going to use a little bit of orange. So this is just straight orange. And these are just going to be filled in with gel pen anyway, so I'm not too worried about it. Now the one with the snail in it, we're going to actually do in the underwater snaily colors. So we're going to start with beige. And we're just going to coat the whole thing in the beige, including the snail. And I missed part of the sand, so let's get that covered. Like so. Just going to blend it with the beige here. Just tone down the yellow of it a little bit. Angela's picture is so pretty. If you weren't watching True Hue, she is painting with Tanya's paints. And they're so glittery and so pretty. Alright, and then we're going to use dark umber. What other browns do we have in here? Just the dark brown. I'm going to use that too, I think. So we're going to start with the dark umber, and if I don't like it, I'll use dark brown. Yeah. Yeah, I was going to come on earlier, but I remembered that Angela was is streaming on Friday nights now, so I waited until she was done. I was going to come on at about my normal Monday time because I had to miss Monday because I was not feeling well. So next week we start doing Sundays instead of Mondays because I'm just so tired after work that yeah, I'm not getting anything done on my pages, and it's not very lively for you guys, and you know, most of the time I have to bow out because I'm either tired, have a headache, have other things I gotta do. So it's not fair. And you know, I can take a couple of hours on Sunday after I've done the laundry, before I go have a bath and get ready for bed because I have to go to bed early. I can do a late night on Friday night too because Bob is doing his thing. So he has a Friday printer meeting thing that he does every Friday night. So let him do his thing. I do have a child that has moved back home, so I've got to share the internet with him now, which is fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. It'll be fine. Where did I put the... I've lost a pencil. There it is. Alright, and then we're going to come back over it with the beige. Oh, there's my lovely Nightbot. He's always listening and doing things for me. All right, now we're going to take this one, which is the sienna brown. Yeah, well, he's in Gordon's room, so I still have my space. I refuse to give up my room. However, that does eliminate my guest room, which kind of sucks because I was just starting to get that figured out. I need more rooms in my house, obviously. I need a McMansion is what I need. Yep, nope. I work full time now. I pay for this space. It's mine. I pay my rent. Bob hates it when I say that. That is funny. All right, now this one over here. And now we've got the triad of purples here, and we've got the oranges and the pinks. So I think this one here is going to be yellowy orange. And then we're going to go into the peaches up on the, I need a plantation too. I want a great big huge amount of land. Even a small town would work so that I can have a guest house for everybody that comes to visit. And can have a house for each of the kids. Can have a house for my arts and crafts and streaming. Bob can have a house for his printers and his printing. Can have a house for living in. Hi Tabby, welcome, welcome. Thank you. That'd be cool. If I could have a house for everybody and everything, that'd be awesome. And then we're going to use the pale vermilion. Exactly. Close, but not too close. Exactly, exactly, Marilyn. Where they can look after themselves, but I can know that they're safe and sound. Yeah. That is exactly my thoughts on it, Marilyn. You got me. And then orange. All right, and then we're going to go back over it with the jasmine. Yep, that's exactly what we need. An abandoned city. All of us can live there. You know, we can everybody can have a job and a shop, and You know, we can barter and trade, that sort of thing. I wonder how well that would go over with people. Unfortunately, money makes the world go round. Can't barter and trade things that we don't have. Yeah. Hello, Catherine. Good evening. Yeah, I'd like to be able to self-sustain. All right, now we're going to move up and we're going to do the seashells on here. And we're going to use our pinks and browns or yellows. So these little tiny shells here are going to have a little bit of pink. So this is the blush pink. And then we're going to bring that out with the beige. Just so it can look like a little bit of a brown. And then we're going to use the cream just to brighten it up just a little bit, like so. And we've got another one up here and one here. So again with the pink and up through here with the pink too. The beige. And then the cream. Okay. And then we're going to take our jasmine and we're going to just do very lightly color on the seashells here. And then we'll add some browns. So then we're going to come in with the sienna brown. Tomorrow is also going to be a work in progress day. I am going to stick to my normal schedule because I have a delivery coming tomorrow that is going to come in right after stream. So I will have to not be streaming when that comes in because it's going to be very loud. So I'm getting a new bed because my bed makes me ache and I need to be able to sleep good. Because, when you get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, you have to be able to be rested. I don't know where that concept came from, but, that's what my husband says. I need to be rested. I need to be able to sleep good. And when I can't stay in bed for more than 4 or 5 hours at a time without waking up completely in pain, it's time to get a new bed. All right. Just going to come out a little bit more on this one up here. Okay. And then we're going to use the dark umber. This Nightbot being pushy again. I keep on forgetting to reset his his spam. Hurry back, Wicca. All right. Then we're just going to add a little bit of the jasmine to it. Blend it in. Like so. All right, now I'm going to move the camera so that we can work on the jellyfish here. So the jellyfish, we're going to do the hanging parts with the pink, sort of like we did these little shells here. Okay, so we're going to start with a brighter pink than that. We're going to start with pink pink. Just a little bit of it right down the center areas and on the darker area here and up under here as well. And we'll be calming down that brighter pink with the light pink and then with white. Hello butterflies, welcome. And then we've got to figure out what to do with the background. And then all the bubbles. This is probably boring, but oh well. That's what we're doing. I'm getting these done, darn it. So how has everybody's week been? Well, even if it is, it's going to happen because I need to get it done. And I don't seem to get much done if I'm not on here or on Discord. And sometimes if I'm on Discord, I don't get anything done either. So all right, I'm going to move you down a little bit so we can see into those ones. This area is going to have a little bit more of that shadow. Okay. All right, and then we're going to take this one here, which is light pink. So it's Deco Pink. I can actually make this brighter. Maybe. There we go. Ooh, that is really bright. Maybe we'll turn that down just a touch. There we go. That's better. Now I can actually see and you guys aren't blinded. I do have to remember on Monday to call my eye doctor's office and see if I can get an appointment. Because my eyes have been bugging me. Been getting a lot more headaches lately and burning in my eyes while I'm at work. And I think it's just from looking at the computer. I think maybe my glasses need to be adjusted. Pink. You missed pink. You missed me coloring pink tentacles or tendrils, whatever they're called. Little poisonous things on a jellyfish. Yeah, I have a tint to my glasses to eliminate that, but I think it's wearing off. My glasses are about 4 years old now, 3 years old, so I haven't needed to get new glasses in a while. My eyesight settled down and stopped getting worse, so I haven't really needed to replace my glasses. But I think it's getting to a point where either I need to have them reglazed or replaced, one or the other. All I know is that the headaches are not helping. It's really, really hard to do your job when somebody's yelling at you and you have a migraine. I had to come home, I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday, because I started getting a migraine, and the more I listened to people yell at me, the more I wanted to throw up. It's like, okay, I better go home before I throw up on my desk. And yeah, I need to drive 20 minutes to get home, so I kind of need to go. So I ended up taking 2 hours off, but it'll be fine. All right, now we're going to use the white. I did get the printer to, I did get the ink in the printer, so I can now print on the papers I got from Blick. So we might print something off and do a testing of the pastel paper. I really want to give that a try and see how that goes, and see if it allows it to blend better, or if it grabs the pastel better, or see what's up with the pastel paper. I work for I work for a cell phone insurance company. So I do insurance claims for cell phone company. Eight hours a day of people yelling at me because they broke their phone and want me to fix it. Hello, Carol. Lurk away, darling. Lurk away. Well, finish up the dishes and then come do mine. That would help. I'm teasing. You don't need to come do my dishes. And come visit. No, you can't because I'll be at work. All right. Yep, yep. And the thing that bugs me about it's not even the fact that they're upset their phone's broken. Because I can understand that being a problem. However, they blame me for it. It's like, dude, I did not break your phone. I am trying to help you. Why are you yelling at me? Now I'm using peach. And this part here is going to be all in the peach tones, peaches and yellows. So this part here is going to be more peachy orange, and then we're going to go into a peachy yellow up here. And we're going to bring in some purpley pinks up here on the top, and then we're going to do a floral up on the top, very top there. Bring in those colors all together. Oh, absolutely, exactly. You know, it couldn't be something that you did, dropping your phone in the toilet, or running it over with a forklift. And yes, those are two of the things that I have had to deal with today. I ran my phone over with a forklift. Send me one right now. No. But it's all right. I can just quietly try to assist them, and afterwards, when I'm on my break, I can sit there and growl. Exactly. And they do. The one thing that makes me giggle is they honestly believe that the insurance is on their phone when it's not actually on their phone, it's on their line of service. So whatever phone they have active on the day that they tell us they broke their phone is the device that we cover. It's amazing how many people don't actually remember what day they broke their phone. It's like, if I broke my phone, I would know what day that was. If I broke my phone to a point where it was not usable, I would remember what day that was. You know? I just find it amazing, these people that don't know what day it was when they broke their phone to a point where it was unusable. Now I'm going back with a little bit of beige, and then I'm going to come back through with the peach. Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, I broke it like 6 months ago, or 3 months ago, or 2 months ago. I don't know exactly what day. It's like, okay, why did you wait 3 months to call me because to replace your phone because you broke it? Well, because now I've broken this one too, and I don't like this one, so I just want to replace the one that I had before. It's like, it don't work that way, dude. But we can't say that. So yeah. I had one who broke his phone like 6 months ago and wanted me to replace it because his device that he was using in the meantime, he didn't like it very much and he just wanted to replace the other one. It's like, no. And then got mad at me when I told him, no, you have to file a claim within 90 days of damaging your device. Otherwise, we're not going to cover it. Got very upset with that. It's like, well, I'm sorry. It's policy. I don't make the policies. I just follow them. Yep. Well, because people are busy and, they don't want to deal with, their own things. Or there's ones that don't realize that they have insurance on their device and then suddenly decide, well, I have coverage on it, so I want to file a claim on it now. And I've had coverage on it this whole time, so it must be covered. And it's like, no, that's not the way that works. Yep, exactly. That is exactly it, Wicca. Did you read your contract before you signed it, or and they don't read the contracts at all. Or the ones that expect you to completely cover their device without a deductible because they pay their premiums every month. It's like, yeah, it doesn't work that way. Glad you pay your premiums every month, but there's still a deductible. Yep, that's exactly it. All right, so the first color I put down here on the top run was cream. Then I'm going to come in with the peach. That's enough of me complaining about work. My husband, I think, is tired of hearing me complain about people. Yeah, exactly. And they get very indignant when you say that to them. It's like, it's just the same as your car insurance or your health insurance. You pay your premiums every month, and when you go to the doctor or you'll get into a car accident, you pay a deductible. That's just the way that goes. Yep, pretty much. Most of the times I can fix it. However, I do have to tell them that they now have to pay money because I fixed it. The smart ones are happy that I fixed it. Most of the time we get a lot of people do their claims online. So we don't get the ones that actually are happy with their claim and have everything go through nice and smooth. We get the ones that don't go so smoothly or have issues that need to be taken care of. So they're usually pretty irritated by the time they get to us. It's the ones that really don't understand that they have why they have a deductible that always gets me. It's like, but I pay my insurance every month. It's like, yes, that is your premium to have the insurance, um, to make sure that your devices are protected. Don't know what to tell you. Yep. Yep, pretty much. They sit there going, that's not what I was told when I got the insurance. It's like, no. Obviously, you didn't read your contract. I don't believe everything a salesman tells me. I read my freaking contracts. You know, the salesman doesn't care about your insurance or your coverage. He just wants to sell you a phone because he gets paid per phone, per client he signs up. You know, and then we're going to take violet blue. We're going to do the deepest areas here. Yeah, exactly. Yep, that's pretty much it. I had one person call me a con artist the other day. It's like, okay, goodness. Yeah, that would not be good, Marilyn. Don't do that. Now they're activated, aren't they? And how much of it is on your face? All right, now we're going to take this one. Hi, Sue. So now we're going to use some violet. It's been going. It's been a week. I wanted to finish this page before the end of the mermaid, so I want to get it done today. Tomorrow we're going to do a work in progress day for stream, and we're going to try to get the rest of the dragon page done. And then, like I said, in June we're going to play with the papers that I got from Blick when I went to Blick. And see if we can do some pan pastel work or some mixed media work on the mixed media paper. Alright, and then the last one we're going to use is lilac. I am not, no. I have a few days left of paid time off that I have available, and I will be taking that time off at the end of summer, just before October for the 3D printing convention at the end of September in Maryland. That Bob and I go to every year. or have the past 2 years anyway. All right, now we're going to take the Prisma white instead of the Charisma white because I want it to be a little bit more opaque. And we're going to blend this together and give it that kind of milky look. Because if you've ever seen a jellyfish, even ones that are brightly colored, they've got that milky look. And that's what I want to have here. Nightbot, stop spamming. Keep it up and I'm going to have to take away your privileges. Yeah, I've been saving up the time off and hopefully I don't have to take any more time off because of illness between now and then. Because I think with the time off I have just enough to get through that convention. Yeah, I threatened him. Hopefully he's not too chatty after I threatened him. He's not sure what to do with himself. He's not used to me streaming at this time of night. All right. I'm going to dust that off. Then we're going to take the pale. Nice. All right. And then I'm going to take that cream. That's a good amount of time off. We have something called Alt Holiday, which is a paid time off, and then we have our PTO. Our Alt Holiday bundle doesn't move over to the next year. However, the PTO does. So depending upon how much PTO you have roll over, sometimes you can end up with quite a bit of time that you have to take off because it only rolls over, a certain amount of it only rolls over. So, if you start getting up to that amount, you should start using it, otherwise you're going to lose it. All right, I'm going to come down through here. So, nope, we're just going to knock those all over. Yeah, ours do. That's the good thing is the PTO ones that we earn every week roll over at the end of the year, but only a certain amount of them. So within 2 years, you suddenly are at a point if you don't use your PTO where it no longer rolls over. So you have to start using it, otherwise it's not going to roll over to anything for the next year. It'll stay stagnant. All right, now we're going to take we're going to start with process red. Yeah, we get our alt holiday and that sort of thing at the start of January, and our sick leave and that sort of thing. But our PTO is built up over the year. And then I'm going to use blush pink. I'm not going to go all the way to the end, and this is going to be milked out as well, so I'm going to add that white, so this becomes that milky kind of color. Oh, nice. So I'm using the Prisma white again, because I want that over top of the black. I want that milky kind of look. Blending those colors all together. Oh, and I'm off screen. Nobody told me. Sorry. Hello, Bella Stella. We've got Bella and we've got Wickabella. All right, and then we're going to use this one here. Hello, Aspie. We're going to use Sunburst Yellow. Absolutely not a problem at all. I started right after Angela, so because I didn't want to, start during Angela's stream, so. And then we're going to use yellow orange. And then we're going to use pale vermilion. We're going to take that jasmine and just blend it in a little bit there, like so. All right, so I think all of the parts are colored. We're going to have to do the background. So I'm going to zoom you out so that we can take a look and see what we're going to do for the background here. So I'm going to pick up all these pencils before I lose them all. I've pretty much used all 72 pencils. I think I have a couple left that I'm going to be using for possibly the water. I'm debating on whether I want to use pencil for the water or pastel. because it's such a small page and lots of little tiny areas. Just going to zoom you out a little more. There we go. I'm debating on whether or not to do the pencil. I hate doing backgrounds. I think we're going to use a blue-green pastel, and then we'll come back through and we'll do all the bubbles. We might do the bubbles in paint with the iridescent paint from the set I have. So I think we might use these two colors here. I just got to grab my I think they're over here. Nope, that was the wrong one. That's also the wrong one. Where did I put those? I need to remember where I put things. Oh yeah, I wanted to try this. Let's use this. This is another thing that I got at the Blix when I was there. Now there's a smaller one too. Smaller head. Where is it? Is it in the box? No, that's not going to help. That's fine. So we're going to start with the lightest color. And we're going to see how this goes. And I'll come back through and remove the overlap. Yeah, that couldn't be a problem, absolutely, for your days off. When you don't have enough staff there to fill in for you, it can be a pain. Luckily, they barely notice if I'm not there, so. Okay, then we're going to take our brush. We're going to take this clean side and we're going to pick up this stuff off of the pencil area. Now we do want a little bit over it because this is underwater, but I'm going to wipe that off on my pants, but that's okay. But we don't want it to overtake everything and make it look muddy. The pen pastels are smoother. You don't have that as much of that chalky feel. It's more like a makeup cake feel. All right, now this one I need my brushes for. It gives you more of a makeup feel, not that harder. I'll use this one. You know, if you've ever used Bare Minerals or that kind of makeup, it's more that feel on your skin and on the paper when you're laying it down, where the sticks and that sort of thing have more of a chalky feel, like the chalk sticks, in my opinion. So I'm just putting in a little bit of darkness in the water areas where most of the shadow is going to be. Then we're going to come back through with a little bit of a darker one as well. And I'm going to brush off a lot of this so it's not going to be as dark. And pan pastels, I do find that they blend really well, so if you want to change the color of it, you can blend it with another color to create a new color. Where with the chalks, it's not as easy to do that. Well, enjoy your sleep. You're not allowed to fall asleep. No school tomorrow. Ha ha. How am I supposed to call you a party animal if you're passing out at, 9 o'clock? I know it's not 9 o'clock for you, but yeah. All right. Put a little bit more up in here. Okay. And a little bit up in here. All right. Now we're going to dust that off. So I'm going to mute you for a second here. All right. Blew it off a little bit, and then we're just going to wave the brush over top. We're not going to actually touch the page a whole lot. Just going to move it over top so that we can get that extra bits wiped off. And then we're going to take the darker one and we're going to take this and we're just going to come in here and just put a little bit of the darkness up underneath. In some of the areas. Well, you know, you're young. You should be staying up till hubby gets home. Yeah, yeah, 3 a.m. I'm teasing you, Alex. Get some sleep if you need to sleep, honey. It's okay. we have that. Now we're going to brush that off. And then we're going to just gently blend that in with the brush so that it's not really dark, but you can still see that shadow. And there we have our background. Now I'm going to do the bubbles by taking an eraser. So I'm going to use the eraser pencil, and we're going to just go in and erase the pastel off them. You may not even need to do this. Actually, it's going to take me forever. So I'm just going to leave it, and we're going to try to paint over top of it. So we'll see how this goes. So I'm going to grab my paint. We're going to use the Gansai Tambi. And we're going to move this out of the way. And this out of the way. This. And all of these things. And we're going to make sure that we have the right paint level, which is this one. And I think I'm going to use opal green. Yeah. No, maybe opal blue. I'm going to use opal blue for the bubbles. Okay. So I've got my brush here. And opal blue. And I think I've got some kind of yellow on my brush that's not coming off, so we're going to nix that. I'll clean this up a little bit. I don't want that yellow on there. Grab a bit of water. Now I have a spray bottle here somewhere. Is this it? Yeah. That's better. And we're just going to come in. Hello, Angela. Your page is looking absolutely gorgeous and sparkly. I was lurking. You know, I should have been smart and started at the top. But some days I'm just not that smart. Well, Shannon's is pretty too, but I got to see you doing it live. I missed Shannon's. I'll have to watch it back. If I did more watery stuff, I'd enjoy having a set of Tanya's paints, but I don't do enough watery stuff to give them justice, so. No, that was a different person, dear. Same time zone, just different person. Okay, I'm going to turn the page so that we can get the bubbles over here. Welcome back, Wicca. All right, now we're going to turn it one more time, and we're going to start down here. Make sure that we get these ones first before we stick our hands in things. I spritz this again, gets a little bit more water on there. That's better. The paint's getting a little thick. That's okay, I can't see either. I can zoom you in, but I'm moving the book around so much that I don't want to be completely off screen. Um, Hello, Celine. I'm feeling okay. Not as bad as I was the other day. And I really wanted to get this page done, so and I missed stream on Monday, so I had to, felt terrible for doing that, but it is what it is. The migraines would just go away, I'd be fine. If I could get rid of the migraines and the upset stomach half the time, I'd be good to go. Now, what I'm hoping is that I haven't rubbed my hand across it so much that I've lifted the pastel off. And then once this dries, I'll put the gel, I'll spray it, and then I'll put the gel pen on it. Just have to make sure I got all the bubbles. I think I did. Easiest way to tell with this paint is to look at everything sideways, because then you can see the iridescence of it. I think I got them all. There's one there. Sometimes the little ones slip by. And others need a little touch up. There we go. Alright, I'll wash that later. Yeah, yeah, it's an iridescent white. So, and I'll zoom you out so you can see. There we go. Oh, I'm sorry that he's gone and hurt himself. That definitely does put a damper on whether or not he gets to work by himself. All right, so that is all taken care of. I just got to wait for that paint to dry, and when that paint dries, I'm going to come through with some gel pen, and we're going to put some gel pen through these little spots here, the little spots down here, as well as the spots on the seashells and that. So I'll do that after that dries. I'm going to spray it first so that I don't rub off any of the pastel that's on there. So that is all taken care of. I'm going to put the elastic back on my paint. And tomorrow's going to be working on the dragons. We're going to try to get that dragon page done. Oh. Oh, okay. Hubby hurt his arm. Well, what did he do that for? Doofus. Tell him to stop doing that. It's not good. Just saying. I won't ask what he was doing. I'm just saying. You know. All right, so that is that. I'm going to use a little bit of a glaze pen on the eyes of the fish just to make them stand out a little tiny bit. Otherwise, it is finished. What do you guys think? Like I said, I'm just going to spray it with a bit of the fixative just to keep the pastel where it belongs so that when I come over it with the gel pen, it doesn't wipe off as much. All right, guys, so that is the plan for tomorrow. We're going to finish this page tomorrow. So once we get this page done, I'll have 2 pages for May. I have only gotten 2 pages done if I get this one done. Ay, ay, ay. So that is what we're going to work on tomorrow. All right, guys, with that, I would like to say thank you all very much for hanging out with me while I got that completed. I really wanted to get it finished so that we could move on in June. Yeah, work life, exactly. Work and life. They just don't collide well together anymore. All right, good night, everyone. Thank you all very much for coming and hanging out while I got that done. I do appreciate it. I will talk to you all in the morning. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your night. And for anyone out there that does stream, and that you enjoy streaming, of course, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And of course, always remember to relax, color, and stay safe, everyone. Until next time, bye-bye for now.